At this stage in life, something becomes clearer. Time is no longer an endless resource, and each day carries a deeper significance. For many people in their 50s, 60s and beyond, there's often a sense of wondering what comes next. You've worked for decades, built a career, raised a family, and now that you've crossed the threshold of middle age and entered the later years, you might ask yourself, what is my purpose now? This is not a question of despair, but of awakening. A question that should drive you to recognize the immense value of these years. For far too long, society has told us that the golden years are a time to slow down and rest. But resting shouldn't mean waiting for the end. It should mean reveling in the freedom that comes from a life well lived. You have the power now, more than ever, to shape the narrative of your final chapters. These years, if embraced, can be a time of deep joy, personal fulfillment, and meaningful connection with the world around you. As we grow older, we become more aware of time. In our youth, time felt infinite. Days blurred into weeks, weeks into years, and we often took the passing of time for granted. But by the time we reach our later years, every day becomes a bit more vivid. Every sunrise holds more significance because we've lived enough to understand how quickly life can change. This is not a cause for fear, it's an opportunity. The time you have left, whether it's 10, 20 or 30 more years, is precious, and it's up to you to decide how to spend it. Instead of viewing this phase as the end of the journey, see it as a new beginning. Ask yourself, what do I want to experience in the time I have left? What brings me joy? What will bring me peace? In our working years, we often sacrifice personal fulfillment for responsibility. We put our heads down, focused on the task at hand, and delayed our own happiness in the name of duty. But now, you have the freedom to choose differently. These are the years where your life is yours to shape, and the beauty of this time is that you don't have to follow anyone else's rules. Remember, the time you have left is yours to cherish. Make it count. Fill your days with activities that nourish your soul, whether that's spending more time with family, exploring new hobbies, or simply enjoying the peace of a quiet afternoon. This is your time to embrace, and it's more valuable than gold. Happiness can't wait until someday. If there's one lesson life teaches us by this age, it's that waiting for happiness is a mistake. How many times have you told yourself, I'll be happy when the kids are grown, when the mortgage is paid off, when I retire? But if you're honest with yourself, you've probably realized that happiness doesn't magically appear after a certain milestone. We've all fallen into the trap of postponing our own joy. We tell ourselves, once I achieve this, then I'll be happy. And yet when we reach that point, the happiness we expected doesn't show up. Why? Because happiness isn't found in the when, it's found in the now. At this stage in life, you don't have time to keep waiting. You deserve to experience joy, contentment, and fulfillment. Not someday, but today. Happiness is a choice you must actively make every day. It's not about perfect circumstances or ideal outcomes. It's about choosing to find joy in the present moment, no matter what's happening around you. Take a moment to reflect. What brings you happiness right now? Not in a month, not in a year, but today. It could be something simple, a cup of coffee with a friend, a walk in nature, or reading a good book. Whatever it is, make room for it in your life. Don't let the day slip by while you wait for the perfect moment. That moment is here, and it's yours for the taking. Let go of the work ethic trap and redefine your purpose. For much of our lives, we've been taught that our value is tied to how hard we work. We were raised to believe our worth comes from our productivity, our achievements, and the roles we play in society. For many years, this may have been true, but as you reach your later years, it's time to redefine what gives your life meaning. The idea that your purpose in life is tied solely to your job is a dangerous trap, one that leaves many feeling lost after retirement. After years of being defined by your work, whether you were a teacher, a doctor, a business owner, or a homemaker, it can be disorienting to step away from those roles. You might ask yourself, if I'm not working, who am I? But here's the truth. Purpose doesn't retire. Your purpose isn't confined to your career or job title. Now is the time to explore new ways to find meaning in your life. This might mean volunteering for a cause you care about, mentoring younger generations, or diving into hobbies that you never had time for during your working years. It's about finding what gives you a sense of contribution and fulfillment, and that can take many forms, whether it's learning something new, pursuing a passion, or simply spending more time with loved ones. Your purpose now is to live a life that makes you feel alive, not just surviving, but truly living. You don't need to earn your place in the world anymore. You've already done that. Now, it's time to live for yourself. For many years, you likely focused on meeting the expectations of others, working hard, providing for your family, and fulfilling society's standards. But now that you're in your later years, you might feel like you still need permission to relax, enjoy life, or pursue what truly makes you happy. Here's the truth. You don't need anyone's permission anymore. You've spent decades living for others, your children, your spouse, your career, and now it's time to start living for yourself. For many, this is easier said than done. After so many years of putting others first, it can feel uncomfortable or even selfish to prioritize your own happiness. But it's not selfish, it's necessary. This is your time you've earned. You have the right to live life on your terms, to do what makes you happy without guilt or hesitation. Whether that means traveling, spending afternoons gardening, or simply relaxing, the point is, you no longer have to justify your choices to anyone. You've given so much to others, and now it's time to give back to yourself. The world won't fall apart if you put yourself first for once. In fact, by prioritizing your own joy and well-being, you'll find that you have more to give to those around you. Your happiness isn't just a reward, it's a responsibility. The myth of work-life balance, especially for seniors, is something you've likely heard throughout your working years. The idea was always to find a way to balance the demands of your career with your personal life, something that often seemed impossible to achieve. But now, as you enter retirement or semi-retirement, the idea of balancing work and life takes on a new meaning. At this stage, it's not about balancing work and life. It's about making life the focus. The years ahead are too precious to be spent on anything that doesn't bring you joy. If you're still working, that's fine, but your balance should always tip in favor of what nourishes your spirit. If you've already retired, this is the perfect time to let go of the idea that work defines you. Life should come first. Your time is yours to fill with whatever brings you happiness, whether that's traveling, pursuing hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a slower pace of life. The balance you seek isn't between work and life anymore. It's within life itself. Find what makes you happy and focus on that. This is your time to live for yourself and prioritize what truly matters. The real fountain of youth is happiness. Happiness is more than just a feeling. It's a powerful force that can transform your life. Research shows that people who are happier live longer, healthier lives. This is what scientists call the happiness advantage, and it's something you can tap into at any age. When you're happy, your body responds in positive ways. Your immune system becomes stronger, your mind stays sharper, and you're more likely to stay active and engaged with the world around you. Happiness isn't just a state of mind, it's a state of health. So, how do you cultivate happiness in your later years? It starts with choosing to find joy in the everyday moments. Whether it's spending time with family, pursuing a passion, or simply taking a walk in nature, happiness is about appreciating the small things that make life beautiful. The real fountain of youth isn't found in a bottle or a pill. It's in your ability to find joy in the life you're living right now. When you prioritize happiness, you're not just improving your quality of life, you're adding years to it. So start today. Choose happiness and watch how it transforms your life. It's never too late to change your life. One of the biggest misconceptions about aging is the idea that it's too late to make a change. But the truth is, it's never too late. No matter your age, you have the power to reinvent yourself, pursue new dreams, and live a life filled with meaning and purpose. I've known people who started new careers in their 60s, learned new skills in their 70s, and discovered fresh passions in their 80s. The key is to keep an open mind and a willing heart. Don't let age become a barrier to your dreams. You're never too old to grow, learn, or experience something new. If there's something you've always wanted to do, now is the time. Whether it's traveling to a dream destination, learning a new language, or starting a hobby you've always been curious about, there's no reason to hold back. Life is meant to be lived fully, no matter your stage. Your age doesn't define your potential, it's simply a number. As long as you're willing to embrace change, the possibilities are endless. As we grow older, many of us start thinking about the legacy we'll leave behind. What will people remember about us? What impact will we have on the lives of those we love? Legacy isn't just about money or possessions. It's about the way you live your life and the values you pass on to future generations. One of the most powerful legacies you can leave is one of joy. By choosing to live a life filled with happiness, kindness, and love, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your children, grandchildren, friends, and community will remember how you made them feel, the warmth, the laughter, and the love you shared. Every day, you're building your legacy with the choices you make. You're shaping the way you'll be remembered. Choose to live a life that reflects the best parts of you, the part that finds joy in simple pleasures, loves deeply, and cherishes the time you have with the people who matter most. If there's one practice that can truly transform your later years, it's gratitude. As we age, it's easy to focus on what we've lost: youth, health, certain opportunities. But gratitude shifts our focus from what's missing to what's still abundant in our lives. Gratitude isn't just about being thankful for the big things. It's about appreciating the small, everyday moments that make life beautiful: the warmth of the sun, the sound of birds in the morning, the smile of a loved one. These are the moments that matter most, and they're still very much a part of your life. Studies show that people who practice gratitude are happier, healthier, and more fulfilled. Gratitude brings peace because it reminds us that, even in the midst of challenges, there is always something to be thankful for. Make it a habit to start each day with gratitude. Before you even get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. Let that feeling of appreciation set the tone for your day. The more you practice gratitude, the more you'll realize just how rich your life truly is. As the years go by, we often carry the weight of past regrets, mistakes, and unresolved conflicts. These emotional burdens can feel heavier as we age, robbing us of peace and joy in the present. But here's a powerful truth that can transform your later years. Forgiveness is the key to true inner peace. Forgiving others, and even forgiving yourself, can be one of the most liberating acts of your life. We often think of forgiveness as something we do for someone else, but in reality, forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. It frees you from bitterness, resentment, and anger that can keep you trapped in the past. Without forgiveness, it's easy to become a prisoner of your own mind, constantly replaying old hurts and regrets. At this stage in life, it's important to ask yourself, What am I still holding on to that's preventing me from living freely? Let go of what no longer serves you and embrace the peace that forgiveness can bring. Whether it's a family conflict, a friendship that ended badly, or even mistakes you've made that you've never forgiven yourself for, now is the time to let go. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened, but rather releasing the emotional grip those events have had on your heart. It's about freeing yourself from the pain that has lingered far too long, preventing you from fully embracing your present. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is yourself. Many of us carry regret for things we wish we had done differently, choices we made, words we said, or opportunities we missed. But holding on to that regret only steals your joy in the here and now. Take a moment to reflect on the emotional baggage you've been carrying. What can you let go of today? Who can you forgive? And perhaps most importantly, how can you offer yourself the forgiveness and compassion you truly deserve? By letting go of the past, you create space for more joy, peace, and fulfillment in your life. Forgiveness is the doorway to peace. Not just peace with others, but peace with yourself. When you release the burden of anger, regret, and pain, you open yourself up to a life filled with freedom, contentment, and serenity. The emotional chains of the past no longer have to define your present. Instead, they can give way to a lightness that comes from forgiving yourself and others and embracing the freedom to move forward. This final chapter of your life doesn't have to be weighed down by the past. It can be filled with the lightness that comes from forgiveness and the beauty of living fully in the present. In conclusion, the time is now. These later years are not a time of decline or slowing down. They're a time of renewal, a time to rediscover yourself and what truly matters to you. You have accumulated a wealth of wisdom, experience, and perspective over the years. Assets that give you the power to live life on your own terms. You've earned the right to shape this chapter of your life in a way that brings you happiness, purpose, and fulfillment. You no longer need to wait for permission from others, nor do you need to follow anyone else's path. This is your time, your moment, to prioritize your own happiness and to embrace the life you've always wanted to live. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to start making changes in your life. The truth is, the perfect moment is already here. The moment is now. Every day is a gift, a new opportunity to make the most of your time, whether you're 55 or 85. The years ahead hold endless potential for living fully with joy, purpose, and meaning. Live boldly, without hesitation. Stop waiting for life to happen to you. Make it happen for yourself. Each day is a new beginning, and it's up to you to fill it with experiences that bring you peace, joy, and a sense of fulfillment. Thank you for watching this video. If you found these stories inspiring and motivating, please comment. Your feedback is incredibly important to us, and we deeply appreciate your valuable time and attention. If you found this video valuable and inspiring, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of motivation and life-changing insights. Join our community and be part of a journey to live life to the fullest every single day. Thank you for your support.